does having a strong revenue operations infrastructure really help enable your strategy and optimize your execution in the business, right? When you have a true holistic approach to RevOps, you can help drive alignment, right? That's probably my most overused word, but alignment across each part of that end-to-end revenue process. And that means alignment across people and process and tech, right? But also data and insights and strategy, and of course, enablement. So this ops function can really be that body that steps back, sees across the funnel and the customer lifecycle, and then just ensure that the organization is aligned, right? Marching to the same beat. Everyone understands the strategy, the objectives, the metrics, the data, right? The roles and responsibilities and the expectations. I like to use that boat analogy, right? If you think about all of these different teams in their boats rowing along in the same direction, everybody's in harmony and they're moving forward. You have marketing and sales and, customer success, but you also have your partners team or channel team, your services, support. There's so many teams like customer success and even the kind of non-revenue teams like finance and product and legal who may not be under the go-to-market umbrella, but they also, everybody is a revenue player, right, in the company. But you have everybody in their boats. But what if you could, get everybody into the same boat, right? And they're all rowing together, right? When you think about that, you're able to maximize efficiencies and synergies while minimizing, redundancies and people doing, kind of wasted cycles of things. So whether you have this alignment across when you have this alignment across all of these different areas, then you have that single view of the business, right? Where everyone's looking at the business the same way. And when that happens, you can be much more efficient, much more effective, which I think is top of mind for everyone these days, right? As we all talk about the need to do better with less. And probably most importantly, a key benefit of having this this really seamless revenue process is a much better frictionless customer experience. When your customer is successful, realizing value and seeing ROI quickly, they're not only more likely to buy from you in the first place, but also renew and then grow with you, which is, I think, what we all want, right? So just a key takeaway, a quote, and this is actually my own, and again, very overused quote. Revenue operations is the strategic differentiator, really to drive and optimize the revenue engine, which is, really what I believe RevOps can bring to an organization when it's done right. And this is just a slide on, if you're ready to unleash that power of RevOps, definitely let me know how I can help.
Great. Thank you, Rosalyn. That was awesome. Appreciate you sharing that. A lot of that hits home for myself, definitely. I have a couple follow-up questions because I don't see anything from the comment section yet. So please feel free to ask questions if you have them there. But it's around the hiring, right? Because you talked about getting these making sure that a RevOps team is really an important part of how your business is operating. But where, in your opinion, if you're starting on that journey, where are you looking to make your first RevOps hire? Is there a certain type of background that fits really well? Is there a particular role that you're looking to promote from, or is it an external? How would you get started in terms of the actual personnel that you're looking to add to the team?
Yeah, I think, and that's probably one of the most popular questions, I think, is kind of like, how do you get started, right? I mean, who do I hire for? Especially oftentimes companies have that one single hire. And of course they want, the unicorn, or as I like to say, the purple squirrel, right? The one that can do everything, and just kind of be out of the box and be able to run the show. But I think in most organizations, you tend to start with a generalist, right? Someone who does a little bit of everything and a lot of those core functions. But similar to, any business challenge, I always ask, if you want a solution, it's like, where are your biggest pain points, right? I think about from a company perspective, what are the main, objectives that you have for the year, right? For the next short term and long term. And then where are those gaps to get there, right? Maybe it's lack of visibility into your data. Maybe you need better automation and technology, or maybe you just need better operational rigor to be able to actually build some processes that you can actually build some of that repeatability. And so if you look at those areas that you have the biggest gaps in order to hit in order to achieve your goals, that's where I would hire for, right? If you think about, a lot of people focus on sales first, right? Kind of that middle of the funnel. But if you think about, so I think that's why we see a lot of generalists kind of come from this middle of the funnel, kind of sales ops background first, and then they kind of learn more top of funnel. They start moving up, and then they start moving, kind of down funnel and learning some more of that. But there's just so many different areas that a good RevOps person can come from. And I think that's what the beauty and the excitement of the role is, because there's so many entry points, because none of us go to school and say, hey, I want to be a RevOps person. Some days I'm sure a lot of us are like, we still don't want to be a RevOps person, even when we're in RevOps. But I think that, there's so many places to come from, and there's just so many needs. So lots of excitement around the role. But from a business perspective, if you're looking to hire, definitely think about where are your biggest gaps? Who do you have on the team already? Kind of the strength of your bench that can kind of cover some of the things that would traditionally fall into a RevOps organization, and then hire for that skill set.
Definitely agree. Guilty from being from the middle of the funnel myself, moving into that area. But that when you start to learn more about those different areas of the funnel, and then start bringing in people that have deeper expertise there and sharing that, it just strengthens the team. So
absolutely,
definitely agree there. Well, Rosalyn, I think we're up against time. It's been great talking to you, and your presentation was awesome. If anybody has any questions, I'm sure they can reach out to you on LinkedIn and connect with you there. But best of luck the rest of the summer, and hope to talk to you soon.
Great. Thank you so much for having me.